As long as we have these games, we will always need officials. People stay involved in sports, willing to work hard. They are out there every day, giving back to our league. Let's give them the respect they deserve. Better yet, why don't you become one? Visit the office for more information or email AFA main office at yahoo.com. There's help wanted. Just listen.
Well, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and today we are going to be looking at this women's football, the female football league, the game between the Shining Stars and the Youngsters. Well, so far the Youngsters are looking to be one of the better teams in the female league, as they currently have 6 points from their 4 games without losing a game yet. Well, the Shining Stars are still looking to find their foothold so far in the league. And today I'll be joined by the man Billington, and he'll have a few words to say.
Yes, good evening. Good evening to you. It's just a beautiful evening out here at Rimini Gishard Stadium. Fine sunshine. We are seeing now the stand lengthening across the field in its glory. Beautiful day. It's not too hot this evening, and we are expecting to see very good football with the youngsters playing good football so far, as you mentioned, and no doubt that we are going to see a good game here this evening.
Yes, the superstars in the yellow, the Shining Stars are in the yellow, are going to be kicking from, it looks like, the left of screen to the right of screen. Well, the Youngsters who've looked very good so far, especially the number 2 played very well in the last game, and the number 5, they both played very well in the last game, and they will be looking to add on to their win from last week, as they currently have 6 points from their 4 games.
Some correction on that. The Youngsters, in fact, has played 2, won 2 and lost 2. They are in 6. They are in with 6 points. They have won 2 and lost 2. The Gazelles have 10 points, and the Superstars with 13 points. So the Superstars lead in the front. Games played at 5. 5 games played, 4-1, 1 draw. So the Superstars, the team so far to beat. So we are ready out here. The man in the middle is Burton, and anytime now we can get the kickoff whistle. It is going to be the Youngsters that will get us started. Ensuring that the fourth official and the supervisor is ready. And there we go. No, that's not it at all. That's false whistle. That's the whistle now. The Youngsters getting us started in this evening's encounter.
As we see, the ball is out wide now for the Shining Stars, looking to move forward. It's going to be back with the defense of the Youngsters with the number 4. And she's going to win the race over on this their left-hand side and play it out for what's going to be an early throw-in to the Shining Stars. And they're going to be looking to apply some early pressure to get out of this slump that they're in so far, because they have not won a game so far. They have not looked very comfortable so far, but they're going to look to change their fortunes here tonight, as we're going to see the throw-in taken by the number 21 Singh, who's been one of their better players so far. Looking to go down the line to the number 2 Vanderpool. That's going to be out for a goal kick to the youngsters. We see the goal kick is now taken over on this the left-hand side. As far as the number 2, she's going to beat the player. She looks to go down the right-hand side, looking for a pass into the box. She's going to beat the player very well. She has a chance to cross it, and it's a ball towards the middle, and it's going to find its way into the back of the net. And it looks like an own goal there against the youngsters. And immediately the Shining Stars are looking to run away with this game, as it was a great ball towards the penalty area, and it was played towards the striker, but I think the defender got their foot on it and placed it into the bottom corner of their own net. And it's now 1-0 to the Shining Stars.
Well, the keeper is still stunned. She wants to know what hit her there, but I tell you what, it came off the number 11. That's the captain of the youngsters. And believe it or not, in the second minute of play, Shining Stars, they're shining. The youngsters are on the back foot. It's early days yet, but in the second minute of play, the youngsters are 1 goal to down. The Shining Stars are shining even in sunshine.
Yes, definitely. They are after a much better start than they've been in most recent games. Because I have watched most of the Shining Stars game this season, and they usually start out very defensively. But today look like they wanted to change. They wanted to change momentum, and they came out on the front foot early, and they immediately caused some problems on the goal of the youngsters. As you see, it's going to be a throw over on the left-hand side for the youngsters, taken by the number 4, looking to try and bring this game back onto level terms. She throws centrally, looking for the striker, and that's going to fall for the number, I think that's number 18 over there. Back with the number 4 now. She is going to look centrally and play centrally, and it's going to be cut out by the Shining Stars. And as far as number 11, but her shot is wide, and that's going to be a goal kick for the Shining Stars. You see the goal kick is going to be taken from their right-hand side now, and she's going to look to go long. She plays it over the top, finds number 3. That's been net, finds Vanderpool. Vanderpool's going to look to go down the right-hand side. She beats that player over there again. And she's going to look for the all bar, but the player is offside. And that's going to be a free kick here against the Shining Stars. With about 4 minutes played, it's been all Shining Stars so far, which is something we've not been able to see in their recent games. But today they've looked a much improved side. They look more like a team from last year that's played extremely well in the female tournament.
And from what we've seen, indeed, they look like the team that has something to play for. And indeed, from what we've seen, they're the team that has yet to win a game, playing 5 and losing all 5. The front line, though, has been running at the back line for the youngsters, and so the youngsters will have to tighten up their back line, because already what we are seeing is that their back line is very suspect to the speed of the strikers for Shining Stars.
Oh yes, definitely. It looks like the majority of the play for the Shining Stars is coming down the right-hand side with Vanderpool, and she has been so far. She's been touching number 4 for the youngsters. As we see, she used her strength well against the number 22, and it's going to be another throw into the Shining Stars over on the right-hand side to be taken by that Singh over there, number 21, I believe. She's been probably the most consistent player for the Shining Stars so far. She's very young, I believe. I believe she's only going to 3rd farm now, but she's been one of the better players the Shining Stars have had this season. As we see, the number 5 is going to do very well to to win a throw-in for her team over on the right-hand side. And they're going to look to maybe put a ball towards the box to find the number 2 to play another good cross in. As you see, the number 21 moving up from her right back spot to take this throw in near the byline for the Shining Stars. She's going to look into the number 2 again. And number 22 does well, and now the youngsters can break with the number 6. She's going to look to play, but it's going to be cut out well by the defender, number 11. And that's going to be a throw-in to the youngsters. You see the number 4 now is going to take this throw-in here on their left-hand side. Everything has been on one side so far. Everything down the Shining Stars right-hand side and the youngsters left-hand side. Throw-in goes long and it's going to be cleared by the number 2 out for another throw-in, this time a bit further up the field. As we see, it's going to be the number 4 again to take this throw-in from the technical area of the Shining Stars. She looks to go long, again finds the number 2, that's Vanderpool. And looks like a couple of hands there, but the referee sees nothing wrong with it. And number 6 can play towards the box, but the goalkeeper is going to win that race. And now the Shining Stars have an opportunity to break. She's going to look to go long, looking to utilize the center. It's going to be Singer number 22 this time. But well done there. And now it's with Stott over on the right-hand side. She's been one of the better players for the youngsters so far. Had a very good game last game, but the pass by the midfielder, I think that's number 5, is the number 11 actually, the captain, is not up to scratch, and that's going to be a throw-in for the Shining Stars. Number 11 also had a very good game last game. I think she scored a very good goal, and she had a couple of assists as well. As we see, it's going to be the number 5 now. She's going to look to go line, but a pass is deflected, and the referee is going to give you a throw in here with about 8 minutes played in this first half. Now it looks like the youngsters are growing more into the game, trying to bring this game back on level terms. It looks like the Shining Stars came out the more aggressive team, and they shocked the defense with how attacking they were, and they have a goal to show for it. As we see, it's back over with Stott. Now she looks to go towards the box. Ball bounces over the top, and it's going to be won by the defender. And out for the linesman signals goal kick, but the referee is going to signal for a corner. And it is going to be a corner to be taken by the number 5 for the youngsters. And she's going to look to play a ball into the box towards maybe the head of the number 22 or the number 6, who look to be the more taller players for the youngsters. The corner is taken towards the front post, but just didn't get enough call to send it back into the field of play, and it's going to be out for a goal kick.
Yeah, it's a very poor effort there on the behalf of the youngsters. Any pressure that you can apply to a team in their penalty area is worthwhile, and on that occasion had an opportunity to do, but did not capitalize on it. So far we have seen that the youngsters who are actually the Sakurama champions, shot and goal! This one is not going to get close to the goal though. They are actually the Sakurama champions, but they have not really lived up to expectation. One would have seen in their first game, and they came out really playing like champions. But from since then, they pick up a few knocks. A few players have been injured, and to point, they still have not been back to full strength.
Yes, definitely. As we saw in Sakurama tournament, the youngsters definitely looked the favorites coming into the female football league. They had a very good showing on that day, but as you mentioned, with the injuries now, they have not been at full strength, and they have not been playing at their optimal level that they could be, as they should be challenging the Superstars and the Gazelles for the top of the division. but the ball is going to foul now for the number 6 to look to bring them back on level terms. Finds the number 22 back with the captain of number 11, the number 4, and she's put under pressure, and the number 11 is eventually going to clear to find the number 5, but it's well intercepted by, I think that's Singh there looking for a shot, but it's a very tame effort, and the goalkeeper is going to collect it easily. That's the number 99 there, a very weird number to be playing on a football field, but she is wearing it, the goalkeeper. As you see, it's back in the defense of the Shining Stars, looking to move forward. The touch is going to find only the defender for the youngsters, back with the number 2. She's looking to go over the top to find the number 5, but it's going to be well marshaled by the defender, and the goalkeeper can collect it easily. And she looks to go wide over the top to find the number 2 there. It's well, good body by the number 11, and she's going to shield off the number 3, but the pass by the number 3 is not good enough, and it's with Minette now. She has a chance to break, and she's going to find, I think that's Singh, and that was good defense being applied there by the number 14 for the youngsters, as it was a 3-on-1 break, but Singh took an all shot, and the defender got their foot across to send it out for a corner to the Shining Stars. You see the corner is going to be taken from their right-hand side, as they're going to look to double the advantage with 12 into the 13th minute now. They're going to look to make this a 2-0 game and to give themselves more comfort and more breathing room, as a 1-0 lead is never safe in football. As you see, the corner is going to be taken by, I think that's Vanterpool, the number 2. She goes near post, and it's going to fall for Minette. She's going to look to take a touch, but it's well done there by Stat, and she's going to look to go long. Finds only the midfielder for the Shining Star. She looks to go over the top, but too much on it, and the goalkeeper is going to collect it. And she's going to look to break quickly. Finds the number 22. 22 is going to look to beat the player, but only finds the number, Singh number 22, her opposite number. And it's back with the defense now for the Shining Stars. But a whiff kick, and Stott has it now over on the right-hand side. Looking for the captain, number 11. It's going to find the number 22. Looks to go forward with a very good through ball, and the striker is going to play back for number 11. Goes out wide, finds number 22. She's going to look to cut back, and it's going to be cleared eventually for the Shining Stars. Unless fast number 4 plays a good ball forward, but it's going to be cleared, and now the Shining Stars can break, looking to go over the top, and the defender is going to win that race, and it's going to be cleared now over on the left hand side, and it's going to be a throw into the Shining Stars on their right hand side. The youngsters had a very good chance there. They had a good through ball, but the player had to turn back, because there wasn't enough force on it to allow it to run through towards the goal, and she was forced to turn back and allow for the defenders to get back and eventually clear it out. But it's been looking a lot better by the youngsters, and they are going to be looking to tie this game back up. As you see, the throw-in taken by number 21, and it's going to be cleared only as far as a corner, it looks like, for the Shining Stars. And this is going to be another chance for them to apply pressure to the goalkeeper and to actually give her a shot. As even though they do have a 1-goal advantage, the Shining Stars have not taken a shot so far, as they are as the goal came from an own goal due to a cross. And the ball's taken to the near post again. It finds Minette. She's going to look to go towards the goal, but it's going to be cleared again for a second corner to the Shining Stars over on their right hand side. The corner's going to be taken by that's Vanterpool again, the number 2. Again, she goes near post, and again finds Minette looking to turn the box, but it's going to be back only as far as number 11. And she does have a very good foot on her. She's going to go for the shot, but it's wide and wild, and that's going to be a goal kick here to the youngsters. As we're going to see now, the goal kick is going to be taken by the youngsters, and they're going to look to get a breather from the pressure that was being applied by the Shining Stars. The ball only finds the number 6. I think that's Hines, but it's back with the youngsters now. And she's going to look to play the pass over on the right-hand side, but it's going to be cleared out by the Shining Stars defense. And as well marshaled there by the defender as she directed a player where to go. And the number 2 takes a good touch, goes on the right-hand side, and she's going to have a chance to put it into the box again. And she does put it into the box well, finds number 5, but she just can't get a shot off. Doesn't go yet, and the goalkeeper's going to find it eventually. Very well done there by the goalkeeper. The number 5 just couldn't get her shot out of her feet. And eventually the goalkeeper came out and claimed it well. And the number 11 now has a chance to break. And she's going to, the ball is eventually going to find Vanderpool there. And that's well done by the striker for the youngsters to come back and win back ball for her team. But eventually the ball is just going to be back with the defender for the youngsters. There's very good pressure being applied by, I think that was Hines there. And she's going to win her team off throwing very high up the pitch. That's well done there by the number 8. And she wins her team a throwing in a very good position over on their right-hand side. As we see throwing to be taken by Singh. She's going to collect the ball and she's going to look for her options here. She sees the runner line, she goes line, and it's Vanderpool now. She hits it over the top, and it's going to be out for a goal kick.
Yes, so Vanderpool has been doing a tremendous job down the right flank, and she has been beating the defense. She's been catching the defense time and time again. The defense for the youngsters, they're absolutely no match to Singh and the number 5. Number 5 in Kujanik Hodge. On that occasion, just about the penalty area, could not wrap her foot around that one. She had just the goalkeeper to beat, but for some reason or the other, just could not find the ball.
Couldn't get it on. She just couldn't get a shot off, but it's with her now, and she finds that Singh over there, and that's very well done by the defender to take it off the feet of Singh, because she is a very good player. I've seen her with the national team, and she's a very good midfielder there, and could have been very dangerous had the ball not been taken off by the defender for the youngsters. But this has been a very different Shining Stars team. They're looking very good going forward. But it's back with the youngsters now. Number 22 can break. That's well done again by number 21, but she gives it away. And number 22 has a runner. She's gonna go herself now. That's very good speed. She's going to look to beat number 2, but again, very well done by Vanderpool, and that's going to be out for a throw. And Vanderpool doing well to track back, as she started number 21 was a bit out of position, and she came back well, and she cleared it out for a throw-in to the youngsters. See number 6 now. He's going to look to go long, and it's going to eventually find Minette over on the right-hand side. Pass intercepted by her opposite number, the number 3 for the youngsters. And she's going to play out wide to the number 2. Number 2 does well. She's going to use her body to go down the line. And eventually she's going to find the right back. Again, goes back into danger, and she's going to give away the ball for the number 11 to go long over the top. That's a very good ball. Can Singh get onto it? No, she's not going to beat number 14 in a foot race. And that's well done there by the defender. And she's going to look to go down the right-hand side again. This is only as far as the Shining Stars in the midfield. But a pass is not good enough, and it's fine. Start now on the right-hand side. And she's going to hold up her player. She's going to look to beat her. She eventually finds a pass, but she's going to give away a free kick in the process. And the Shining Stars they've stopped this attack by the youngsters. The Shining Stars defense they've done well so far to clear any imminent danger being applied by the youngsters. As the free kick goes long over the top, and it's going to find the number 5 for the youngsters. It's eventually going to be moved out wide. So that's the number 22. Well done by Vanderpool again. She's going to cut back. She looks to the passing side to find the number 5, but the run just wasn't on the right path with the pass. And that's going to be collected well by the goalkeeper. As we see the goal kick goes long. Looking for the number 2. Is going to find the number 2. She's going to cut back. Place it centrally to number 5. looking for the 1-2, but the pass is just too heavy, and it's going to be well done. That's good skill, but she did very well with the base, with the advanced, but the fundamentals just were not there. That was good skill, a very good Cruyff turn being applied, but her pass just wasn't. She just didn't get the pass off. It's going to be a throw into the Shining Stars on the left-hand side, as it's another throw as it's deflected out by the youngsters, and the Shining Stars are applying a good amount of pressure, as it's going to be thrown taken again on the left-hand side. He's going to look to go down the line, and it's with Stott down the midfield. She's going to go down the right-hand side. Well done. She holds up the player well, but that's very good defense there being applied by the player. She was not fooled by the trickery being applied, but she's going to leave the runner open on the right-hand side. That's good coverage being applied by the centre-back, as she saw that her player was out of position on the left-hand side, and she came across, and eventually it's going to be out for a throw-in to, I believe that's the youngsters. With about 21 minutes play, the game has cooled down quite a bit. Not as much action taking place, not many shots being taken on either goal, and looks like the Shining Stars are quite happy to allow the number 2 to work her magic on the right hand side and create something else. Well, it's start now over for the youngster. She's going to look to move centrally, and eventually the ball is going to drop for number 5, and the touch is just not where it needed to be, but it's going to find the player, but the player is offside for the youngsters. The touch by number 5 was just not where it needed to be. She just couldn't get it under control, and eventually it led to the play being broken down, and it's going to be a free kick for that's the Shining Stars. We see the free kick is now going to be taken on the edge of their own box. She looks to go long. She plays long. It finds number 11, I believe that is. It's given away, and the number 4 can clear, and the ball just doesn't fall the feet of the number 5 again, and number 14 can do well for the youngsters to clear it out to give away another throw-in for the Shining Stars on their left-hand side. You see a lot more actions are taking place on the far side now for the Shining Stars, as they're looking to break down the youngsters' defense, as not been really opened up since the first really try there, only for the non-shot at number 5. As we see, it's with the striker now for the youngsters, plays it back to the midfield. That's number 5. Finds number 6 is going to be cleared, but a foul was made in the process there by the Shining Stars, and it's going to be a free kick to the youngsters right within the center circle. Well, more right on the edge of the center circle. As we see, the free kick is now going to be taken by that's the center back. I believe that's number 14. She's going to look to go long. Finds, I believe that's number 5. Or was that number 11? They both went ahead band, so I can't tell. But I think that was number 5, yes. Ball over the top, but it's going to be well done by Singh. Again, good positioning. And she's just going to clear it out for a throw-in to the youngsters over on their left-hand side. This has been their only side of attack. So far, Stott has not really been involved that much, and when she has been involved, she just hasn't gotten the support by the other players on the right-hand side. Even though Stott is considered to be one of the youngsters' more dangerous players, she's just not really had a chance to make a mark on the game so far. And again, that is the captain number 11, and she's probably the best outfield player for the youngsters. She also hasn't had a chance to make a mark on the game, as it looks like she has been man-marked by both Minette and Singh. As we see, Singh again is right on her, and she's going to look to beat the player, but Minette comes across, but eventually she plays a ball that's going to be cleared by the left back looking to go forward, and it's eventually going to fall for Singh. Plays it forward looking for Minette, cleared by the defender, looks to go over the top. The bounce is not going to cause the Shining Stars defense much problems, and again number 11's touch betrays her. and it's going to be eventually cleared out of play by the youngsters' defense. There's a whole lot of space there in the midfield. If the throw can be taken quickly, then the Shining Stars can exploit it. As I count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 players for the youngsters in their own half when they don't have possession. But the Shining Stars took a bit too long with the throw-in. But Van der Poel now is on the right-hand side, and a very soft foul being given away by the referee. It was a slight push, but nothing too hard. The referee sees that as an offense, it's going to give a free kick over on this right near the byline, the left-hand side for the youngsters. And the free kick is going to be left in the number 4 to be taken by the defender number 14. Looks to go long, head up by the number 21, and the player just couldn't get on it. Finds number 5 looking for a long wide shot, and the goalkeeper is going to collect it easily, and she's going to look to start an attack of her own as she goes long. Goal kick over to the left hand side, and looks like Stott's going to get onto that one now. Finds number 11, and it's now in the midfield now. And Belgium Van der Poel again to step in, looking for the ball through the defense, but it was just too much on it, and the goalkeeper is going to collect it easily. And I don't believe we've seen a shot on target for either team with about 27 minutes played. The only shot that's been taken was the own goal by the youngsters. And it's going to be over on the right hand side now, and that's a foul against Stott because she did jump in the air with her feet leading, and that is going to be a free kick against the youngsters over on their left hand side. As we see, the free kick is now going to be taken by, I believe it's number 11. She's going to look to go over the top, and it's going to find only the feet of number 14. And she's going to be forced to move out wide as good pressure being applied. Finds number 2, that's Van der Poel. Van der Poel's going to look to go centrally, and the goalkeeper's just going to win the race. Now, 5 should not have interfered with the play because had she touched it and the goalkeeper not collected it, it would have been offside against her. But the goalkeeper again only finds Van der Poel. She's going to be swarmed in the midfield, and eventually it's going to find the feet of the number 21, Singh. And she just clears it out and allows for the throw-in to be taken by the youngsters. They're going to look to move quickly here. Number 6 goes centrally to the captain, number 11. Again, they're looking to apply impetus. They're looking to break down the Shining Stars attack. It's number 22 again looking to move quickly. She's going to go down the line. Finds number 11. It's a good header over the top, and the kick is just high and wild, and the header is not much better, and it's just going to be cleared by the Shining Stars. But again, you can see the youngsters are trying. They're trying to break down the Shining Stars defense. They are looking to apply a lot of pressure. As you see, they're moving quickly again, and again it's going to be cleared by the Shining Stars. The Shining Stars are under a lot of pressure, so right now they are in a very precarious position as, again, everything is just moving quickly for the youngsters. Number 22 moves centrally, and the Singh whiffs a clearance, and it's going to find the feet of the striker. Finds number 6. She's going to look to get a shot off. Eventually, she's going to find Stott over there on the right hand side. She has space. She is just going to play it down the line, and it's going to be a corner to the youngsters on the right hand side. And will the pressure pay dividends because they have been the much better team for maybe the past 3 or 4 minutes, and the pressure might just allow for them to get back into this game. As you see, the corner is going to be taken by over on this right hand side by I believe that's the captain, number 11. She has a very good corner, and it's a very good corner, and it's going to fall for the number 5. The shot is just high, and it's going to be not cleared by the goalkeeper, but it just falls, and it's going to be cleared well by the Shining Stars. The goalkeeper just couldn't collect it cleanly, but the defenders just happened to be there to get a whip in the face of their own goal. But again, is this pressure being applied by the youngsters? They are looking much the better team in this game so far, and a good ball down the line for number 22 to chase. but she's not going to get there, and now it's going to be an opportunity for the Shining Stars to catch a breather, as they've been under the pump for the last 5 minutes now. Throw is going to be taken by number 21, Singh. Looks down the line, and it's going to just be booted along by, that's number 11, I believe. Good backspin, but only as far as the defender is just going to clear it out of play for what's going to be a Shining Stars throw, again to be taken by Singh on the right hand side. Singh is going to look down the line, again looking to find the number 2. She does find the feet of Vanderpool. And Pool's going to look to go centrally for the runner in number 5, but it's just going to be cleared again by a defender. And another chance of throwing. And now it looks like the Shining Stars are applying the pressure on the Youngsters' goal, as momentum seems to have shifted here a bit from the Youngsters having all of momentum. Now the Shining Stars just regaining a bit of that confidence that they had in the early stages. As you see, number 2's touch is not good enough, and now the Youngsters can apply another wave of attack, as we see the foul throw by number 4. That's the result in the Shining Stars again having a throw in a very dangerous position. The throw-in is going to find only the number 5, as we see it's with the number 22 now, and throw-in is going to be taken line, looking for the number 2. Well done by the number 5. She's just going to look long, only as far as that's the number 8 in there for the Shining Stars. Pressure being applied by the captain, number 11, and forcing number 8 to go back. And she's going to win the ball in the midfield, goes out wide to start the number 2. She's going to look for a pass. Looks to go long over the top. It's a very good ball with backspin on it, and it's going to fall at the feet of the striker. And the strength is just not there by the striker. Well done by the defender to use her strength well and to bother the player off the ball. But again, start as well on the right hand side. With her limited chances, she's done very well creatively. As number 5 looks to go out wide. Look on the right hand side, looking for a ball into the box. That's good strength. She now has space. Goes the ball over the top. Header won by the number 11 there. And it's eventually just going to be cleared, but not cleared well enough, as number 22 looks to go over the top. She's going to move down the left hand side now. That's well done there by the defender. That's Singh again. She's done very well on the right hand side. And that's going to be out for another throw-in to the Youngsters on the left hand side.
Well, the Youngsters have been applying the pressure, and there's nothing to show for it thus far. It's into the 34th minute of play, still on 1-0. The goal scored in the 2nd minute of play, an own goal conceded by the captain, Sharice Richardson. It is going to be a corner. And so far, the play that what we have seen is that the Shining Stars are playing on their right wing, while the Youngsters are playing on their right wing. We have not seen much down the middle at all. It is about playing the wings right now.
Yes, as we see, it's going to be the corner taken towards the front post, and it's going to fall the feet of the defender. Is going to clear it out for a goal kick. Actually, did well to gain the deflection, and now the Shining Stars can stop this attack. As we see, it's going to be the goal kick taken on the right side of the 6-yard area. She is going to look to go long, I believe. She's been doing that all game. That's number 11 for the Shining Stars. Again, she looks to go long, but a lazy pass only finds, I believe that was a captain. And it's going to be out of play for a Youngsters throw-in. A lazy goal kick taken by the number 11. And number 4 now has a chance to thread the line, headed clear by Vanderpool. Back with number 4. He's going to look to boot it long, hits the referee, and the referee is done. That's both on the referee. And it hit him, and it's going to be a drop ball for the Youngsters. As we see, the player was looking to send a long ball over the top, and now she's going to send it long, and it's going to fall at the feet of number 6. She's going to look to weave her way through the defense, helping given by the number 80 plays number 2 start, but shot is just not what it needed to be. The shot just didn't have enough power behind it. There was good place up, but the technique just wasn't there. Her body was not in the right positioning, and it's going to be the kick just sent long back with the number 11. She is going to find number 5 in the midfield. It's a very good midfield duo there, number 5 and number 11 for the youngsters. Number 4 goes long again, looking to cause problems. Number 11 can whiff her clearance. It's going to follow the field of the striker. She's going to look for the ball over to the run on the right hand side, just not enough pace behind it. And it's going to eventually be cleared by... That's a handball there. That's a handball by number 3. And it's going to be a chance for the Shining Stars to play a ball forward. The free kick is going to be taken in the midfield now, right on the midfield line, by that's number 11 there. She's going to look long and play long, and it's going to make it through the first wave, but not through the second line. And the number 2, she's going to win 2 headers, and it's going to fall at the feet of the number 3, but it's going to be cleared only as far as number 21 using very good strength again. The pass only finds the number 11. She's going to look to go long, finds the striker. Striker has good pressure applied to her by the defense, and it's going to find the feet of that's the number 3, but that's a whiff chance, and now Minette can look to move forward, finds number 5, and that's well done there by the defender. Only finds that's a poor touch in the midfield, but another poor clearance. I know the left hand side is now wide open for the Shining Stars to break into. That's Singh, but she's not going to win that race, and it's going to be cleared for a throw into the Shining Stars over on their left hand side. As we see, it's been a very good performance here by the right side of the Shining Stars defense, of the youngsters defense. They've not really allowed anything to come down the left hand side of the Shining Stars. As you see, a ball over the top, but a nothing ball, and it's going to be out for a goal kick for the youngsters. Well, we're about maybe 6 minutes away from halftime, and it's not been the most comfortable lead for the Shining Stars, but it's a lead nonetheless, and they're going to look to ride the momentum they're on right now. As you see, the ball over the top, but nobody is on that side. Now Vanderpool's going to apply pressure to number 4, and it's going to find the feet of the number 11. Good ball to number 22. Number 22 has space on the left hand side. She has space, but that's good track speed being applied by the number 8, and she's going to win. She's going to give the youngsters a throw-in. Throw-in taken back with number 11. She's going to look for a ball towards the center, but it's going to be cleared well. Only as far as number 11 again, she's going to find the number 4. But the pass just doesn't have enough on it, and number 5 can break now. Number 5, that's a poor touch again. There was no reason to go centrally when you had space on the right hand side. She looked to go centrally, and again the pass is just not where it needed to be. But it's with the defense of the Shining Stars now. She's going to look to find number 22, and it's going to be back in the midfield for the youngsters now. Good pressure being applied by Minette. She's going to win the ball back for her team, and ball looking to go down the right hand side, but it's going to be cleared long over the left hand side now, but again going to be marshaled well by the defender. Oh, that's not very well done, and she's going to give away a free kick. Probably the worst thing she's done all day, and that's saying a lot because she's been very good so far. Number 22 on the right hand side, but she's going to give away a free kick in a good position for the Shining Stars to put a ball into the box with 5 minutes played and maybe double the advantage and actually get a shot on target, because I don't think they've had a shot so far. As we see, is number 11 going to take this free kick from their left hand side now. That's Lake. She's going to play a good ball over the top, looking for the runner, and it's going to fall for the goalkeeper. There was just nobody really was making an effort to get on that run. All the runners were not really direct at that ball, and it allowed for the goalkeeper to come out and claim that one easily. And it's back on the left hand side now, and again very well done by the right side of that defense. And it's going to be stopped now on the right hand side. She's going to cut back, look centrally, play centrally, finds the captain. Captain is going to look to go back out wide. Well done there by the number 11 Lake, and it's going to be out for a throw into the youngsters on their right hand side. Well, everything has been done on the right hand side of both teams, as we see actually it's a free kick actually given away by the player over on the left hand side for the Shining Stars, and the free kick is going to be an opportunity for a ball to cause problems, but now the space on the right hand side, you're going to use it very well, and the player just moves centrally, finds the captain again, the number 11, plays the ball to the number 4. She's just going to go long, and the pass just didn't have enough width on it. The clearance is only going to find nobody. It's going to be out for another throw-in. And the space on the left-hand side, if they want to exploit it quickly, they choose to. Finds the number 11, again the captain, headed clear, and out for another throw-in to the youngsters on their left-hand side. She's going to look centrally, throw centrally, intercepted by Vanderpool. Vanderpool's going to look to go line. She is going to not beat the player. She's going to win a team of throw-in, although she's going to win a team of throw-in. And it's going to be another chance for them to move down the right hand side quickly. See the throw going to be taken by number 21 Singh. She is going to look line, headed clear by the number 22. And there's going to be a second throw-in on the right hand side, again for Singh. And again she has players there down the line if she wants to use them. It looks like Minette's going to get this throw in this time, and it's going to be Vanderpool just send it down the line to Minette, and she can get there. No, she cannot, and that's going to be a goal kick to the youngsters, maybe about 2 minutes away from the halftime whistle. And what have you made from the youngsters' performance so far?
Well, the youngsters have really not played the kind of football that we've seen them play, and we know that they can play. They have not played that kind of football. We have played down. The Shining Star, though, is riding on the wave that they are 1 goal up. Even though that goal didn't come from the player, any of the players, they are still 1 goal to 0 up, and that's an advantage. You know, oftentimes we say 1 goal is doesn't secure your game, but all you need is 1 more goal than the other team. And so if the game ends at 1-0, it's still a win. Shining Star will come out the winner. And so for the youngsters really need to buckle down and play better football and secure a lead. First they have to secure an equalizer. So far it doesn't look like it's going to come any time in this the first half, and they will have to go back to the drawing board with Coach Kareem Boris. He will have to go back to the drawing board and put things in place and see the youngsters coming out in the second half and play a whole different type of football.
From what I've seen from the youngsters, they have not looked very calm. I think once the goal went in, it kind of shocked them because they were not really expecting the Shining Stars to come out so aggressively. So it looked like they were shocked that they went behind so quickly, and they've been panicking to get back on level terms, and they've not really played the football that we know they can play. As you see, the player has made her way up now, and she's going to get to her feet, it looks like, and it looks like she is in extreme pain on her right foot. She's limping heavily. She's not walking off on her own power. She's being held by 2 medics, and it might card for substitution for the youngsters, as the number 4 she's not walking on very freely at all, but she does make it off the field, and the play will resume with 10 men for the youngsters. We see the ball with the number 5, I believe that is now, back to the number 11. Looks centrally. Pass is going to be intercepted by Singh. That's very well done there by Singh. And she's going to leave it for number 5. Looks to go to Singh again. Singh is going to cut back, but her shot just doesn't have enough behind it. And that's going to be a easy pickup for the goalkeeper. But that was the first shot on target for the Shining Stars, I would believe. And they're going to, the goalkeeper is going to go long. Only finds the number 8. She's very good at these driving runs, moving over to the right-hand side. She's going to look to beat the player. And that's well done, and you're going to be cleared well. You see the number 5 now finds the number 11. 11 is going to drive forward. Now 11 has a good shot. She's going to go for the shot, and that's well done. Only finds Minette, the number 3. She's going to do, that's good skill. That's very good skill in the midfield. Back where number 11 finds the player on the right hand side. There's a chance now for number 5, and that's well done by the last defender. Again, it was a 3-on-1 situation, and the player just could not get it under control, and Singh is just going to send it out for the youngsters throw. Actually, the throw is going to be for the Shining Stars, as initially it was signaled a youngsters throw, but a change of mind by the referees, and it's number 6 now for the youngsters. That's again very well done by Singh over on the left hand, over on the right hand side now. She's done extremely well over there all season so far for the Shining Star. She's young, she's hungry, and she's playing to get the attention of the national selection. And again, she finds Vanderpool now. That was actually Minette who found Vanderpool. It's intercepted, and it's going to be cleared by number 11. Very high, but not very long. And the referee is going to signal for a half-time, a very good half for the Shining Stars to go in 1 goal up against what most people came into the game thinking. They scored an early goal and they defended very stoutly, and they're going into the half 1 goal up over the youngsters.
Well, certainly a lead is a lead, and it doesn't matter how that lead is gained. And so the youngsters are 1 goal down into halftime. The Shining Stars, they're shining early. They start shining in the 2nd minute of play. And so until we come to you again live, we're going to take you back to the studio.
we are back here now for the second half of this game. This very intriguing game here between the underdogs, the Shining Stars, and the youngsters who are behind 1-0 due to an own goal in about the second minute of play. But the youngsters have come into this game in third position here, and they should be looking to pull this game back. But it's going to be with the signal, the number 22 for the Shining Stars. She's going to find Van der Poel, who now has space to come down the left hand side, and this time she's going to be cut out only as far as the number 2, and she's going to find the defender. Now she's going to look to go long, but it's going to eventually make its way out of play. Yes, it's going to make its way out of play, and that's going to be a goal kick to the youngsters. Well, that start could have been a repeat of the first half with that other goal being scored, but this time they were equal to the task, and it's going to remain 1-0 here. So the goalkeeper is going to find Van der Poel, but she's going to be dispossessed, and number 11 can find number 2. And 2 looking to go long, only finds the number 11. And it's going to go to the midfield now with Minette. She's going to look to go down the right hand side. She finds a player, goes centrally now. A good touch by number 5. She's going to give away a foul, a very soft foul. And she had beaten the player, but I guess she ran into her, and referee sees that as a free kick. As we see the ball moves into the center now to be cleared, only as far as the number 8 gets sent downfield, headed well. The number 11, I think that is, and number 5. That's number 11. Yes, goes for a very speculative effort, and it's going to remain 1-0. As goalkeeper can collect it easily. Goalkeeper goes long, looks to find the player in the midfield, and it's eventually just going to fall for number 6 now. If this goes out wide, you're going to find the player on the left hand side. That's number 22 out there, and she's going to win her team a throw-in. You see the throw-in now is taken, looks centrally. This time she finds the player down the line. Ball goes into the box, but it's not going to be harmless for the keeper, and out for a goal kick. Goal kick is going to be taken long, but it's going to be given away now, and it's going to be in the midfield. It's going to look to go over the top. It's going to fall for number 2. It's going to be cleared, and it's going to fall for the opposite number 2. And it's going to the midfield now. They're a dangerous position for the youngsters, but the pass is just not where it needed to be. And that will be a throw-in over on the left-hand side. Throw-in now goes line. Only as far as start, but the header is just not. Well, that's a very good interception there. It's going to find number 11. Looking to go over the top. Pass to number 5, her header. It's not going to come to anything, but it's back with the number 14. She drives it. Going to be cleared out wide. It's a good pass, but good speed being shown by number 22. That's a great touch to move forward. He's going to beat the player. That's a very good slide tackle to recover and to clear it out for a throw-in. Someone here over on the left hand side, she's going to look to, she's going to get it back actually. It's going to be cleared again. But the Shining Stars defense is now going to eventually get it clear, but only as far as the number 2. He's going to do well to get it back with the player there. It's a good pass. And now there's a chance for them to get a shot on goal. She does go for the shot, but it's just not enough conviction. The goalkeeper can come out and collect easily. The goalkeeper is going to look to go long. And number 24, she was brought onto the field at halftime. Can do well. As we see now, the throw-in is going to be taken on the right-hand side, and the Shining Stars can now take a breather. Actually, it's the left-hand side now. It's their left-hand side, and the ball is eventually going to break for the youngsters. Finds it's actually a free kick there in the midfield against, I believe it's number 11. What the referee considered very rough foul play. That's why I love for free kick to be taken, but the number 11, the captain for the youngsters. The youngsters need to find a goal from somewhere. They're gonna need to bring this game back onto level terms with about 7 minutes played in the second half, and eventually look for a winner, as they were the better team on paper coming into this game. They were much the favorites, but it's with them now. Well, it's going to be well done by the defense to clear it out. That's the number 4, I believe. There's going to be a throw on the right hand side. Throw moves centrally now. It's going to be cleared here. We're going to go down the line. I'll give it number 24. There's a lot of work to do in this all left stage of the second half. And our pass is just going to be cleared upfield. Looking at number 5, that's Emilius Kuzinik. He's going to find the pass just didn't find the feet of the player. That's going to be out for a throw into the youngsters. Throw finds number 2. He's going to look to go down the line. He's going to win a team of throw-in. Run again on this right hand side as the header was out of play. The ball moves centrally now, but the referee is going to pull the play back for a handball. It's going to be a free kick against the youngsters, and it's going to be the chance for the Shining Stars to catch a bit of a breather, as the youngsters just look like they are applying a bit more pressure in the early stages of the second half. And the kick is just out of play, and that's going to be a free kick. It's going to be a throw-in now. Looking to move down the right hand side. It's start now. Starts in the back to number 11, looking for the cross. Number 11 is sent it back to number 24. The pass just won't get there. So that's well done by Minette in the midfield. And number 5 is not going to beat the defender on the race. Well done by the defender to win that foot race against the player. He's going to be out for a throw-in. Ball's going to look to go down the line. 20 minutes. Well, the battle is won by the player, and well done by Minette to win back the ball in the midfield. That's going to be cleared upfield, only as far as number 11, but it's going to be with the youngsters now looking to go down the right hand side. And again, that's well done by the defender for the Shining Stars, the number 11. Again, a very odd move for a defender to wear, but she does very well there. And she's going to win a team of throwing, and just going to give away a throw to the youngsters on the right hand side. Number 6 now has a chance to break. She's going to go for a shot. Goalkeeper's going to do very well to collect that easily. And it's going to be nothing more than a chance for the Shining Stars to break. It's a good pass on the right hand side actually. But the player's going to do very well to cut that out. But unless 5 and the pull again on the right hand side. She's looking to do it all herself, and it's going to be a chance now for the youngsters to break. The run on the left hand side, she's going to use her, and the player is taken down when she went for a shot, and that's going to be in the keeper's arms easily. The ball's again with the youngsters, and as they're applying a whole lot of pressure against the Shining Stars defense over on the left hand side. Now she's going to look to go down the line, and she goes over with a good ball over the top. If the player can get, the player will get there, but not before the defender can come across and ensure that the ball is out for what's going to be a goal kick to the Shining Stars. Well, the Shining Stars defense is holding up very stoutly. They are repelling any attacks that the youngsters can put against them. But it's back with the attacker now. And it's with the captain number 11. She has good speed. She's going to go down the line. She's going to look to beat the player. She's going to cut back well. She's going to lay it after number 2. To put a ball into the box. And it's going to be cleared well by the defender. And out for a corner, it looks like. See the ball there taking shot, and it's going to be cleared. One last pass, number 11 again. He's going to lay it after number 24. 24 goes long over the top looking for a ball. It's a good control. No, it's a poor control actually. And now a chance for the Shining Stars to break. On their left hand side now, it's with number 5. And that's going to just fall out of play. And it's going to be a throw to the youngsters. We see it's with the number 2 now on the right hand side. She's going to find number 11. Back with number 24. 24 goes looking centrally. It's only going to fall for a Shining Stars player to clear. And now number 5 can break again. And she's going to win a foul right on the midfield marker. And it's going to be a free kick to the Shining Stars. See, the free kick is now going to be taken by the number 11, I believe that is, for the Shining Stars. She's going to look to go long over the top. She does play long, looking for the runner on the right hand side. It's going to be dealt with by the defender for the time being, and eventually they're going to come away with it. Now they're going to look for a break of their own. They're looking to find the striker. Well done by the defender, but good work by the striker to bring that ball back to number 18 for the youngsters. And she's going to find number 11, the captain. I believe that's Richardson there. Actually, that's Lake, the captain. Finds number 2, Stott. She's going to look to go line, but she's not been as effective this game. The number 2 as she was in the previous game for the youngsters. And she's back to pull a chance for the Shining Stars to make the most of this attack, but they will not. And it's going to be out for what appears to be a throw-in. Throwing ball is going to be taken on the left hand side. As we see now, it's over the top. Where it's by the pool, she's going to look to move towards the box, but eventually it's going to be cleared. On as far as number 11, she's going to clear a ball into the box, looking for a player. The goalkeeper comes out behind her, and the goalkeeper is going to fall on this one. Well done by the goalkeeper to win this ball. And she's just going to kick it high, but not too long. And it's going to fall from Vanderpool now. That's a very good turn by Vanderpool, and she has a goal right up to aim at. She's going to go for the goal, but it's going to be blocked. Well, by the defender. Well done by the defender to come across and to keep it out. You see the throw in here now, goes down the line. The referee is going to pull it back here. And I think it was a false throw, and it's going to be out. It's going to be another throw this time for the youngsters from the same position. I'll break him on the right hand side now. He's going to look to move, but it's well done by the defenders to get away. That's very good run by number 22. And that's well done by the defender, but does not cut open number 22. And here's a chance for her to play it centrally. Finds it number 18, I believe that is. But it comes to nothing again. But the number 5 now is going to be cut out by, I think that's number 3, by the Shining Stars. And this one ball is up on the left hand side. No, again, there's still a chance here for the youngsters, but it's well cleared by the number 11, I believe that is, and that's going to be upfield now for the youngsters to clear, to deal with. This is number 24 now. There's a touch, but the pass is just not where it needed to be, and that signal she has space to travel with. She's going to leave it for number 16 to put the ball over the top, looking for a runner, but no one is going to get there, and the goalkeeper can deal with that one easily. You see the ball is back with the player for the youngsters, for the Shining Stars, sorry, but the pass is just not where it needed to be. And it's going to be back with the defense with pressure being applied. And that's a very risky turn, but it's not going to come to anything. Well done there by the number 11 for the Shining Stars. That's Lake. As the ball moves into the box, where the goalkeeper's going to do well to come out there and cover it. And the ball can just move forward now. And it's going to be chased by number 5. But it's well done there by the defense of the youngsters, but again given away by the defense. And now she's going to beat one player, finds number 5. Number 5 has options. She's going to go to her right, finds Singh, but Singh just doesn't do what she needed to do with it. A bit of a waste there by Singh. She just couldn't put her shot or her pass where it needed to go, and the goalkeeper just going to come out with that easily. And we see the ball on the left hand side now. And she's going to look to go down the middle, but was well cut out. Then with the net now. She's going to play a ball towards number 5. Number 5 is going to do well to battle with the centre back. The centre back is going to win. Ball again moves forward, and this time it's going to be a one-on-one race, and the goalkeeper's going to win this one easily. As we see it in the midfield now, I think that's Minette. They're going for a very good through ball. That's a well-placed through ball. And the goalkeeper is just going to win that race. It looked like it was a shout for a foul, but the referee saw nothing wrong with it there in the box. It didn't really look to be a penalty to me, and it's just well done by the goalkeeper to come out there and claim well. But with the player injured now, you see the medics coming onto the field, but there were 22 minutes played here in the second half, but halfway through the second half, and this is looking more and more like it's going to be a win for the Shining Stars. They are holding on still, they're defending very well, and they may be able to hold on for the rest of this second half and come out with their first one of the season. You see the ball just kicked out here by the player. I think that's the goalkeeper there for the Shining Stars. I believe no, the Youngsters goalkeeper. And he's gonna give position back to the Shining Stars in an advanced position. As the throw is gonna be taken on their left hand side, looking to go line. He's back with the player who took the throw. He's going to fall in midfield now for number 8. She had a chance for a shot, but it's not going to be her best effort. And it's going to be back for the goalkeeper to collect easily. The goalkeeper is now going to look to go long now. Finds the player number 3 for the Shining Stars. She plays another good looking through ball, but cut out well by the defender. Over the top now for number 5 to chase, and the goalkeeper is going to do well to get her hands out in front of the striker and prevent her from getting onto that ball. As we see now, it's now with the player on the right side, looking to go centrally. But it's back out wide now. She's going to find that stop there, and it's going to bounce around, and a bit of pinball being played with, but she's going to fall for Vanderpool. I believe that was. Now she's moved over to the left hand side, and now she's moving forward with a chance to. She beats one player looking for the pass, but she knows she's going to collect it back. She's going to look to move inside, but it's well defended by the players there. But it's with start now for the Youngsters. It's going to look to move forward again. Only as far as Minette looking for a driving run. She's going to move over to her right, and it's eventually going to fall to the arms of the keeper. A poor touch being displayed there by Minette. Not the best thing she's done all day, and that's going to be collected for by the keeper easily. As it's with, I think that's signal number 22. She goes well with a very good pass. Once the player on the right hand side, she is going to beat one player but not the second. And it's going to be a substitution to be the third substitution of the game for the youngsters, as we're going to see the introduction of the number 25 Webster. And I think she's going to be replacing Stott, the number 2. As this has not been her best effort today by far. I've seen her play a lot better, but today just wasn't her day, and she's going to rightfully be taken off for number 25. German is taken now, and it's going to fall for the defender. Only as far as the it's bumbling around the box, but eventually going to be cleared. And it's back with the Shining Stars in the advanced position. But eventually it's going to run out of play. It's going to be given as a youngster's throw. Very dangerous play by the youngsters to play around with it in their own box. And they're looking to move down the left now. And again, we're going to see a throwing is that over on the left hand side or a free kick. There's going to be a free kick over on the left hand side. We've seen a few over there taken by the number 11 and one that caused major problems for a goalkeeper that didn't result in a shot, but this one is not her best free kick. And a chance for a long ball over the top, but it's not going to find the feet of number 5. And if it did, she was in an offside position. That's going to be a free kick here for the youngsters. You see the ball's now going to fall for number 11. Just going to send it long. And it looks like the youngsters have gone into defense mode now. They're trying to defend this one with advantage. There's only see 3 players now in their half, in the opposition half. That's very well done by Singer to win the free kick. Hasn't been her best game today by far, but she does very well to hold up the play and win a free kick for her team. Maybe 11 or 2 to long, that's late. Finds the feet of an attacker, but the control just wasn't where it needed to be. And that's going to be a throw-in now for the Shining Stars. As you see, it's now with the chance for a shot, but it's well blocked there, a very crucial block, but it did hit her head, and she seems to be in extreme pain. She gave everything for that block. She laid out, and the ball did come off her head, and now we will have a stop for a head injury, as the new protocols have suggested that all head injuries must be checked by the medical staff to ensure that there is no possibility of concussion.
There's an announcement. P7483 and Lockheed, please remove the vehicle. That's P7483 and Lockheed, please remove the vehicle. P7483. Also, PC791 and Lockheed, please remove the vehicle. That's PC 791.
You see, the player has restarted now with the player being treated for her injury. But now the Shining Stars have a chance to break with Minette. She's going to go for a long shot, but it's wide and wild, and that's going to be a goal kick for the youngsters. Again, that really wasn't her best option as they were runners making runs with her, but she went for the shot. At least she made a decision, and that's going to be a goal kick. You see now the goal kick is going to be taken, and it's going to fall for Vanderpool. She just blasted long and wild. That wasn't her best option either. The Shining Stars just seem to be losing the plot a little bit. They might regret all of these wasted opportunities. And they are going to throw in now over on the right hand side, and they will want to double the advantage because the youngsters have the ability to strike at any time. They are very good at attacking side. It's actually gonna be a free kick on the right hand side. Number 11 takes it, goes long, and it's gonna get through the feet of one defender. It's gonna fall for number 3. She takes it past 1. This is back. Player goes long again. A good pass, but it just couldn't be controlled. But I think that's number 5 up there, and the goalkeeper's gonna come across and clear it. You see now the throw is going to be taken on the left hand side. She goes long, looks centrally, but it's going to be cleared now. Actually, no, it's a good ball into the box, and it's going to be well done by the defender to get the one away from her goal, as it was a good ball to the box. It was chipped over the top. It was well done by the defender, and it comes to no harm. Again, throwing this time finds, I think that was Minette in there, not sure. And it's going to be back now with number 16 who goes finds Singh. It's going to be cut out by a defender only as far as the number 11. And again, it's going to be taken out the left hand side this time. And now she goes long, but the referee is going to give a foul here against the player coming in for the Shining Stars. She caught the player a bit late. That's number 11, the captain for the youngsters. And that will be a free kick right in the own half of the youngsters. Free kick taken over the top is going to be is going to fall for the youngsters, and they now have a chance to put a ball into the back of the net. That's well done by the defender. That's extremely well done by the defender, because she was the last person back, and she managed to get her ball in the way. It finds number 11, and that's eventually going to be cleared, but not cleared well enough. It's on the edge of the box with number 22. That's Woodley, I believe. And the number 11 does well, but that's so well done by the defender. That was last-ditch defender, because she was the only person behind there who had a chance to keep that ball away from a shot on goal, and she did very well. It was over on the left-hand side with the youngsters, and they are trying to bring this game back on level terms towards the end of this second half. They are trying to salvage a draw and maybe a win, because everything is possible in football. Number 5 does very well to win that first battle, but she's not going to win the second one. But the referee is going to pull it back for a foul against her initially, and that will be a free kick in a dangerous area, as it has also the Shining Stars have put a good ball to the box from that position, and they did cause the keeper a load of problems. The free kick is going to be taken from the right hand side by the number 11 again. She is going to look to go over the top to find the head of any of the players in there. It's going to be a good free kick, and it's going to bounce, and the goalkeeper is going to collect that nonchalantly. Easily done there by the goalkeeper. Again, was a very good free kick, but nobody was making the run to that ball. Nobody was making the direct run to really cause much problems to connect with that header. You see now the throw-in is taken, and it's going to be a handball against the number 18 for the Shining Stars. And the free kick is going to be taken from the right hand side. She goes long now. She's going to look for the player, but it's going to be defended easily by the Shining Stars and out for what's going to be a goal kick signaled by the referee. We are coming down to this. That's the end of the second half. We are 37 minutes played here, and we're 38 now, and the goal kick is taken but given away to the number 11. She's going to go out wide to find the player brought onto the field, number 25. That's welcomed over again by that player on the left hand side. She's played so well in defense. She's looked good in attack. She's had a very good game so far for the Shining Stars. Both the fullbacks have had great games so far. Both the number 21 Singh and the player on the left hand side, I believe that's the number 16 Lake, I would think, for the Shining Stars. And if they want to win this game, that'll be those two be the main reasons for it, as they've had great games. But the youngsters are gonna have something to say about it as they're looking to go forward and are getting cleared by the number 16. She's played so well, and it's gonna be out for a throw-in to the Shining Stars, as they're gonna look to go forward here and try and turn this 1 goal advantage into a 2 goal advantage. Throw-in goes line, and it's going to be out for another throw-in to the Shining Stars. It looked like number 2 got a touch on it, but the linesman saw otherwise. I think that's John there with the linesman, and the throw is going to be taken by the number 16. Yes, that's Lake, and it's going to find number 2 Vanderpool, but it's going to be cleared by number 11 eventually. You'll find number 14. You see the ball up on the right hand side now. The bench is going to move its way forward, but the defender is going to cut it out easily for a throw into the Shining Stars. Thurman's going to be taking over on their right hand side now, as they're going to look to seal this game with maybe 5 minutes plus added time remaining in this second half. But the throw is going to be taken by that Singh, who moved far from her right back spot. She's going to look centrally, take it centrally. The header's only going to find the feet of the youngsters defender. The clearance only finds the chest. Oh, that's a very long shot that makes the keeper issues, and the keeper did well because the bounce on that shot may have caused the keeper some problems, but she covered her bases well. It's going to be out for a corner to the Shining Stars with 5 minutes plus, well, maybe 4 minutes plus added time remaining. This is going to be a corner now. It's going to be taken by the youngster, actually Shining Stars. The youngsters came across to cover it. It's a ball into the box looking for the head of the player there. But it's going to be cleared. Only as far as number 11. She's going to take a high, wild effort. That's going to bounce harmlessly wide. And that's going to be out for a goal kick to the youngsters, sorry, as they're going to look to make this game back on level terms. They're going to look to bring this game back to 1-1. They're going to try and secure a point out of this game, try to salvage a point. This has not been their best performance, and the defender does well to just clear it long, get it out of there. That's well done by the defender. Serena's going to be taken on the right hand side. She goes to the line looking for a player, and that's going to find a player over on the right hand side now. She does very well, but it's going to be out for what the referee will signal to be another throw-in. Throw-in again goes towards the center and booted out of the park by the player on the right hand side. Throw-in again is going to go line down the byline actually, and the referee is going to signal a goal kick for the youngsters. But the Shining Stars are well defended by the Shining Stars, and they are going to look to secure their first win of the season. They have not played their best football, but today we can't say they haven't deserved the win because the defensive strategy has worked, as we find the number 2 Vanderpool. So they beat number 11, finds the number 22 Singh. The back with Vanderpool again looking for number 5. She's been offside a lot today. Number 5. She's been called for offside a lot. Even if she wasn't called, she has been in offside positions pretty much for the entire game. The number 5, but it's going to be a free kick for the youngsters to take. She's going to look to go long. Finds Minette in the midfield. She is going to beat one player. She's going to look to go down the right hand side. It's a very good run by Minette. She's using very good speed on the right hand side. That's very well defended. The defender kept up with her well and even surpassed her, and that's going to be out for another throw-in to the Shining Stars on the right hand side. 30 to be taken by, I think that's Singh over there. He's going to look to go down the line. It's going to be cleared only as far as the youngsters play on the left hand side. Now there's space for her to run into. She's going to beat one player. She has a player in the center, but it's well defended there. But no, it's not well defended. It passes the player from the left hand side. Now a chance for a shot. Takes a shot straight at the goalkeeper. The first real opportunity that has been had by the youngsters. And it's right on the stroke of the second half whistle as we are into added time. It's going to be over on the left hand side again, but it's going to be intercepted well in midfield. And now the Shining Stars have a chance to make it 2-1. That's well done by number 5. That's brilliantly done. She takes the ball off the player, but her touch again is not what it needed to be, and it's going to be a goal kick. She's done very well in her defensive duties today, the number 5. But attacking wise, her touch has not been on. Her movement has not been precise, and it's been a very off and on game for her so far. As we see now, the ball is in the midfield now with the number 8. It's back with the number 16 now. We're going to go centrally. It's going to look long over the top. There's nobody making the run on the right hand side. And that's going to be down the left now, but the control evades her. I think that's Woodley over there. And that's Richardson. Finds number 11, Richardson. But again, the touch is not it's not a good touch. There's not enough finesse being shown by the Shining Stars. But this doesn't apply to Vanderpool. She's done very well on the right and the left hand side. Finds that Singh. And Singh can calm it down. She's going to give it to number 16. 16's going to look for a pass. The pass is not where it needed to be. Now the youngsters can break. The youngsters have space. It's for the captain now. That's the number 11, I believe. She's going to look to go goal bound. And the goalkeeper is going to come on and collect that easily. The Crushers didn't have enough bend on it to get it back at the feet of one of her strikers who are making the run. But now the Shining Stars have a chance to send it long. And the player was onside this time, but she's just not going to beat the number 14 in a foot race. That's well done. And now it's going to be a chance for her to break. She's going to give it away now. The Shining Stars can end it now. She's going to look for a nothing pass or shot. And now the youngsters have one last opportunity, I believe. It's booted high. It's going to fall for number 11. Actually, no, number 24, I believe that is. But it cannot be kept in play. It's number 25, actually. It couldn't be kept in play, and there's a player down. There are 2 players down. There's one player down on the right side and a player down on the left side for the youngsters. You see now the ball is restarted. Now Vanderpool has a chance to seal the game. She's going to play a ball centrally, and it's going to be cleared by number 11. And it actually does go out of play, and Vanderpool again has it on the left hand side. She is going to beat the player, moves and serve her touch evades her. And it's going to be a throw-in. And the referee should be looking to call a full-time whistle. As he looked at his watch. Throw-in goes. Centrally finds again. Van der Poel just sends it long. And the goalkeeper's just going to let it run out of play for a goal kick. You see now goalkeeper's taking shot. Referee leaves his whistle in his mouth. Shouldn't be much time left. And that is that on today's proceedings. A very unexpected but a valiant win here for the Shining Stars. They came to this game as very strong underdogs, with the youngsters having won 2 and lost 2. But they played a very heartfelt game. They scored a goal within 2 minutes, and they defended for 88, and they defended very stoutly. And I do remember the youngsters having a proper shot on goal. But all in all, a very good performance overall by the Shining Stars. Very solid defensively. They did what they needed to do when they came to the attack, and they are going to secure their first win of the season and their first 3 points of the season. Very well done by the Shining Stars today to win this game 1-0 over the youngsters.